Hey, Gary here with you, Day 75 AI Blogging. I have been working on a new keyword or a new category around constellations and star patterns. I have written 2 blog posts so far, and I want to talk to you today about the plugins that I have just found. Of course, I don't have these plugins enabled in this chat where I've been creating my blog posts so far for constellations and star patterns, but I want to show you these. Here at Day 75, as you know, all the stuff that's been going on, we'll go ahead and go to new chat, where all the stuff that's been going on with the advancement of ChatGPT. We're going to go to GPT-4. We're going to go to plugins. I currently don't have any plugins enabled, and I'm just going to go down to the plugin store, and I'm going to click all, and oh my goodness, 73 pages of plugins. Actually, yeah, 73 pages of plugins. But that's not the big update for the day. The big update for the day is image. I'm looking for images. We talked about this, and I don't remember what day it is, but I'll find it, put it in the cards, and I'll also put it in the description. When we were talking about images, get images for blog posts, check this out, Astro Daily, search and discover NASA images. So we are definitely going to install and test out that one in today's video. But then check this out. On page 3, there is another tool. Space photo, and I'm assuming that is Explorer, tool for exploring space through images, including Mars rover photos, NASA images, database, and space. And of course, it doesn't finish it. We're going to install both of these and test them one at a time. But how crazy is it that we've been doing space images, or we've been doing this blog on space inside of universeunriddled.com, and we find those inside of the plugin store. Of course, if you go back to popular, or go ahead and get rid of that keyword, popular. These are the popular ones. We have a few of those installed, and we really haven't gotten to use those at all, or I haven't gotten to the point where I use those. I tried the show me diagrams, and of course, I think WebPilot is the best one for searching the internet. But let's get on with the images. We're going to go ahead. Actually, I have both of these enabled, or when I installed them and enabled both, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this one off and test them one at a time by doing something very, very simple. I'm going to go back to my chat, and I'm going to grab this table, going to copy that. Then I'm going to go back to a new chat because it didn't save that because I didn't actually do anything inside of the chat. But you can see the plugin that is enabled, Astro Daily. And I'm just simply going to say, can you give me one image that best represents the main keyword for each blog post in this table? Seems pretty straightforward. Let's see what happens. Went ahead and it called Astro Daily, and now we are sitting here anticipating the big reveal. This is actually taking a little while. I'm not really sure what it's doing. Of course, you can always click here and you can see the request and you can see exactly what it's doing. Honestly, I don't really care. I don't want to get into the technical mumbo jumbo and details of what it's doing, but it looks like it's just scraping images-assets or assets.nasa.gov images. And then let's see what it comes up with. Here is the first image. Looks like a constellation. That's pretty cool. And it's given me that for the main keyword, astronomical constellations. I did pronounce astronomical correctly. The image is titled, it was taken by, it's giving me the information. Now let's find an image for the second blog post, and then it's kicking that off, star patterns in the night sky. And then it gave me some information here, but it looks like it stopped. So what we're going to do is go ahead and say, please continue with finding an image for the second blog post. And we're going to see what we get. So, I mean, it's not groundbreaking in the fact that it was able to do this. I mean, it's scraping it. It's just cool that Astro Daily, if you get into the weeds of it, what it's doing, it's just looking for these URLs. And even here, just having these URLs gives me a little better way to search the database. And that's what I was doing way back in that original day. And I think I tried it with Scraper or WebPilot and it didn't work. But this is specifically made, this plugin, Astro Daily, to search this database, which is fantastic. But it looks like it says here, I'm sorry, but it seems there are no images available in the NASA database for the search star patterns in the night sky. This could be due to the specificity, the very specific How about the very specific use of the term or the keyword being a long tail keyword? All right, come on. Being able to pronounce words just isn't my thing lately, especially with the frustration that I've been feeling with my chat buddy here using my AI assistant. So let's do this. And then we'll just change it to, okay, give me one image for the keyword star patterns. And then if you want to get nerdy about it, I guess we can open this up and see what it searched for. Here you can see the keyword changed to star patterns, and then it gave me some images. Now, whether or not I like these images, it's not really the point at this stage. This is just the idea that there is a plugin specifically for going and looking for images. So when we start doing our blog post, we're going to dive into both of these plugins. And by both of these plugins, I mean the other plugin that we had here. We're going to go ahead and get rid of Astro Daily, and we are going to enable Space Photo Explorer, tool for exploring space through images, including Mars rover photos, NASA image database, and space pictures of the day. So I'm not sure what all this is going to pull from, but we're going to enable it. And then we are going to do the exact same thing using the exact same prompt to see the results that we get once it calls, or if it calls this plugin as we expect it to, using Space Explorer or using Space Photo Explorer. And then you can see here, if you want to get nerdy about it and see what it's doing, it is searching for that keyword, rules for ChatGPT, description, and it looks like it is going to the same site, images-assets.nasa.gov. So that's what it's doing for that. And you can see here is the image that it pulled down. Again, not perfect, not exactly what I'm looking for. And you can see it had the same problem, most likely because these plugins are effectively doing the exact same thing. If you were to look at them, they're just using the keyword. So we'll go ahead and we will add in the exact same chat that we did, or the exact same prompt, or the exact same question or input, and go ahead and see what it comes up with. But effectively, they're doing the exact same thing. I think they're just going to come up with different photos. Of course, every time you run this, it's most likely going to come up with a randomized different photo for the keyword you're looking for. But I see some potential here. This is pretty cool. And there's a pretty neat image. And you can see here, this is what it is. This artist's impression shows a pair of stars peeking out from a tilted disc twirling around them, allowing astronauts or astronomers to monitor their blinking pattern. The world of plugins is getting absolutely crazy. Inside of GPT-4, if you go to plugins and you are to go down to the plugin store, and ChatGPT is frustrating me again today, third day in a row. You can see my installed plugins and of course Astro Daily. And where was the other one that I installed? Space Photo Explorer. But if I click on all, it's not showing all of the plugins. And if I go to images and do a search, something is going on with ChatGPT. But you can see my installed plugins, all plugins. There were 73 pages at the beginning of the video. I'm going to end this here. Before I get even more frustrated, I just wanted to share with you today what I had noticed yesterday as I was getting ready to create more content to keep rolling forward to get to 100 blog posts. More on that tomorrow. If you're having fun, or if you're like me and a little frustrated, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.